Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Brie.
And I'm Tori.
And we are here today to react to Jimin's Like Crazy official music video. And we are also going to be doing the dance practice as well. We do absolutely want to react to the entire album.
We were actually planning on sitting down and doing this along with the album all together, but we're short on time right now.
We're going out of town for a few days, so we do plan on reacting to the album and some of Jimmy Fallon's stuff if YouTube will let us post it in a few days when we get back. So we have looking for that. It will be coming, but it's just we gotta wait a couple days.
We have to bide our time too because it's so hard to wait. It's so hard to wait because I want to listen to and watch it all right now, but I can't.
But we can't. But we are here to react to the official music video because we just couldn't leave this one any longer. We are really excited to get into this.
So I don't know if this is true, but I did see a passing comment on Twitter that apparently this is based off of Like Crazy, like the movie,
or that he used it sort of
like an inspiration. I don't know if that's true because I haven't seen any of the interviews yet from him.
It's been a long time since I've seen Like Crazy, but I do remember that movie being based on, I think it was like an American man following a British woman, or like they're trying to work out the relationship.
It was a long distance, like,
and trying to overcome a lot of, and it had a very different ending than like most kind of like romantic movies.
I never saw it.
So I do remember that. It's just been a long time.
It was because they kept getting separated?
It's been a long time.
Oh.
I remember.
You mean you don't remember everything? Wow.
I don't remember everything, but I do remember it just kind of like a constant battle of being torn apart and trying to find your way back together. And then just things just not continuously kind of just not working out, even though you really want it to. And just having that complete desire for someone. I actually really want to go rewatch the movie, even if it's not kind of used as inspiration. That just kind of reminded me that movie exists, and it's so...
Well, they do have the same title, so if it's true or not, they do still have the same title, so that's cool.
If you are new here, or just as a reminder, we do watch music videos 2 times. If you watched our Set Me Free Part 2, we actually kind of listened to the lyrics the first time through, which is a little abnormal for us. This time we're going to go back to what we normally do, which is, since it's like a full music video, like not just dancing, we are going to watch the visuals the first time and kind of ignore the lyrics until the second watch, and then we will watch the dance practice. So
if you hear any weird noises, that would be our cats, because we've been sitting here filming and getting ready for the content we're going to put out while we're gone, and they're a little bit up.
All right, so we're going to go ahead in with our first watch of Like Crazy.
Let's go. Think we could last forever?
I'm afraid that everything will disappear.
Just trust me. I wonder if that was inspiration from the movie.
Oh. Beautiful.
His vocal.
Dirt?
Yeah.
Oh,
big synth kind of pop sound.
He's sparkly.
Going against the crowd.
That is a small hallway. Sorry.
Whoa! Ah!
Tori, I didn't mean to.
I didn't realize it was full mesh. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Oh. Ooh, mud's coming back in.
Pouring in.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That
This synth sound is ridiculous.
Is it like in 80s? Like,
It's just giving me synth pop. That's all. I'm getting just heavy synth sounds, which is really kind of feeding into the entire kind of like party scene we've got going on here.
I like the play that they keep having on light on this, because it's like in the background there's a spotlight, or in the window there's a light and then it'll go dim, or like on here the light is on him and there's also a light in the background. And also like the hazy feeling he's on the floor sounds very much like how the lyrics are as well. It feels very hazy. It gives you that feeling.
You mentioned the light. I was thinking the camera work. There's a lot of the tilting, a lot of kind of going like this with the video, kind of disorienting, which is going along with the fact that they're pouring more drinks. We're at this party scene. Interesting, because we've kind of progressed from home to this situation where it seems like it's progressing even further. And now it seems like we're introducing like a new person here too. So
it's me. I'm that person.
Contact, yeah.
It's like it scans him. It's cool.
He sounds so good.
He does.
Ooh. Not the back and floor.
Set me free. That's it. Oh. I thought he was scooting. So confused. I'm sorry. I'm really curious to see the choreo for this, because we don't get to see any choreo.
Does it say set me free?
Set me free? Wake.
He's isolated amongst all of the people.
It's like that sultry look.
Very sensual.
Ooh. Did he say wake me? Oh. Oh, he's leaving them
again. What's the point?
That was cool. I like the way he ended that. That was so cool with the swipe on the camera, like, bye.
What did he do with the mud? Like,
he made mud pies.
He made mud pies, yeah. That's what you do. Whoa, I think my heart rate is up. That was a journey. I felt like that was an entire journey. Where we ended with someone grabbing him, and then that's where we kind of start into this whole situation. And it's like, seemed like they kept going around each other, him and this person, and never fully interacting or meeting. And I don't know. I'm curious to watch it again, pay more attention to that piece of it. But then he ends up with the mud on his hand.
I think it's interesting.
He's fully gone into that.
I think it's interesting. I'm not going to like dive too much into it, but I think it's interesting. Like when he's at home, the mud comes up from the floor and it's just like its entire room. And then when he's out, it's almost like he's in this hallway and then it just starts to pour down. It's like it's followed him and it's pouring down the hall, the pouring down the walls. And then it's almost like he just can't escape it. And when he returns home, he still has that on him.
I do wonder a lot too, because there was that little piece of information he posted about face on Instagram, and just kind of knowing the idea behind the album itself being kind of like having to look at yourself and accept sides of yourself, kind of like
he was staring in the mirror
too. There was a lot of the mirror looking, like just kind of having to look at yourself. I almost wonder if the mud, the dirt is just kind of that darker side of yourself, things that you don't always want to look at, and by the end he's touched it or he's embraced it or something like that. I don't fully know here. That's just kind of
just from the visual aspect of it.
Interpret that, but curious to see how the lyrics might play into that.
I'm really sad that we don't have time to listen to the whole album right now.
I know.
It's okay. I can do this. All right, let's look at the lyrics and watch the music video again. I can't wait to hear his vocals again.
I think we could last forever.
They're all going backwards. Good.
Just trust me. Okay, his hands are clean.
Oh, the person who grabbed him had that.
Muddy hand. Oh. His hand was dirty too.
The rose on the wall.
Ooh. Also interesting to me at this point too, he's fighting against the crowd, but by the end he kind of gets dragged back.
He does. They do grab him again.
Yeah.
He does have a thing about grabbing the camera, huh? Hey. Yeah. I always do too many. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? What's the movie with Drew Barrymore and oh my gosh,
Hugh Jackman?
yeah, no, Grant.
Grant Hugh. Grant.
Wait. Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
Goodness
gracious.
What is that movie? Because he was in it. Remember, he was in like
I said Hugh Jackman, Grant Hugh.
like he was in a band, and remember?
Yes. And I made something that sounded.
It was a synth pop like type sound. That's what
Yes.
it kind of reminds me of. So it's giving me like 90s movie vibes, kind of.
Just ignore the names I said.
Did I say the right name?
Yes.
To check after.
Jimin.
My goodness. He did say wake me. Oh,
Okay.
he did say wait, so that would
I
be
think
why
I'm
it said.
piecing this together now.
So that's why it said wake on the wall.
Yeah.
He did say wake me.
Alone again. What's the point?
Interesting that we end where we started, but now he's got the mud on his hand, and it's kind of like he's messed with that thing that he was trying to avoid, or the thing that pulled him in. Oh man!
You said there was eye contact and Set Me Free Part 2.
I thought there
This
was.
whole video was nothing but
contact.
eye contact.
It
I
was.
felt like I was being seduced. by his voice and his eyes.
Well, that and like some of like the clips that they played, like the couple that was in the wherever they were, the club or whatever that was. But
There were several different couples. I
well,
think.
it was interesting to me that the people they focused on, like it was just a bunch of, it was almost like a normal club situation. You have the couple making out in the corner, you have the person who's checking their phone, and you've got the friends, and so I really liked the kind of like realistic play on that. For me, when I could look at it a couple of different ways.
I've never been hoisted over people's head in a crowd at a club.
I never have either. I think
We're
I'd
not
be
going
a
to the
little,
right clubs.
No, I don't know that I'd trust people enough to lift me up at a club. At least the ones here.
True.
For me, I kind of get a couple different feelings from this. Like one is with the whole club sort of situation, kind of combining that with the lyrics, is it did feel very much like when you go to the club and you have some sort of hole that you're trying to fill. And so you get kind of hyped up in that vibe and that feeling, and you don't want the night to end, even though you know it's not healing anything for you. It's helping you distract, and you don't want to have to go back and face things.
So almost like here is him and his high of this part of his life, and in front of the crowd and his art and all of that stuff.
Right.
And it seems like he doesn't want to be pulled out of that. Is that what you?
That's kind
That's
of
where he likes to be.
Right. And that's not always like the healthiest, right? Or at least in this music video is like kind of, you're getting that haze that we talked about. He's pouring more and just getting more hyped up with the people, and that may not fill the void that you're feeling, but it right in that moment, it's giving you this sort of distraction you want, and you don't want it to end.
I thought it was a really cool play. There's a really cool play on like dark and light in here, because like in the room that he's in the beginning is more of, was it bright? I can't remember. Instead, in the club,
His
it's
house
dark.
room
His house itself is a whole different color.
It's still dim, but it's more of the white and yellow kind of lights, whereas we go to the bluish and the black lights in the club.
In the club.
In the club.
I'm just laying on this table, same position that we end in.
When it comes to the thinking about it in a different way, though, if you weren't thinking about it in terms of kind of that, is it did feel a lot like we're going through the emotions of loneliness, of heartbreak. It was beautiful, very heartbreaking. I think a lot of, I don't want this to end. I know that it may not fully work, but I don't want it to end.
It gives me that feeling of like you're really hype in this moment, but there's an underlying sense of anxiety.
Yeah, or like sense
or
impending
dread.
doom.
Yes,
is coming.
dread.
And when that could go for a relationship, that could go for other things, that could go for careers, that could go for a lot of things. But it did feel like there was this, I want to stay stuck in this moment because I know if I burst out of this bubble, it's not going to be the same. It's this right here is where I want to stay for right now, because I'm not ready to face what's on the outside. And then it seemed almost by the end he kind of did, with him being, his hand being muddy, and that's what grabbed him in the beginning and pulled him into this whole situation. So, I mean, yeah, just he's out here just
His
breaking all these
vocals.
walls and all of the, just throwing these messages out here that I feel like the world needs to hear, is ready to hear Jimin and what he needs to say.
He sounded so good.
He did. He really did. He did his unique vocal falsettos. He's been playing a lot with his vocals, both in Set Me Free Part 2 and this one, which has just been showcasing his amazing talent.
I'm so excited that his album is out now, and I'm just like,
and I like the difference in the two songs too as well. This was synth pop. The other had a very different feel to it as well. So yeah, I love that he's getting to really put his message out in the way that he wants to, and he's kind of throwing all boundaries out as
just
he's
getting to
doing it.
express himself. I love it.
He is who he is, and he wants to know that he's not afraid to show that anymore, and he's taking the steps to show that too, which is pretty amazing and commendable. So
Dance practice?
dance practice.
I'm really interested to see this because there
do
was
it.
no hints of dancing, so I am
except like another lift kind of
another
like in-
lift like in Set Me Free Part 2.
And
It's
Lie,
such
yeah.
a long title every time I say it.
Set Me Free
Set
Part
Me
2.
Free Part.
All right, let's do it. I'm curious if this is going to add anything to the story or change the interpretation at all.
I love the color sweater.
Gorgeous, gorgeous human being.
Oh. Hello.
So the sensual aspect is still here, yes.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. Ooh,
I'm
hot.
sorry, that was really cool because they all did it so in
Yeah.
sync.
Whoa.
It was so smooth. Smooth.
It fits the song so well.
It does. Ooh. Ah. Oh.
Oh, adding each one. Oh, wow. Mirroring each other.
Oh.
It's like she was a reflection or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that move.
It's so and it's slower too. I like the way it goes. Like you said, like the chorus part
flows
here
into the song.
I actually think it's really neat how they've got four ladies, four men,
males,
and
yeah.
and the way that they're like doing the grouping.
I was gonna say that as well.
It's kinda cool,
I did
too.
like the mix, but also separation. And
Yeah.
he's like in the middle with the women, and he's just like everybody in this choreography has a very integral part. So much props to them as well because they're playing extremely important parts with each other here too. Yeah, now they're at the forefront again.
It's so like it's like slower, but it's like so.
Makes me feel hypnotized.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a good one. They all left. It's similar to how he ended his one and Set Me Free Part 2.
Yeah, it is. That part with the female dancer did make me feel a sort of reflection, kind of mirroring, and so I wonder, too, then if it does go with that kind of that motive of having to face a part of yourself.
Yeah.
That
Well, I mean, literally face.
I know. I'm just saying, like that kind of reaffirms that belief for me, or that theory at least.
That was awesome.
That was, yeah. I just because it's slower doesn't mean it's easier. But it makes me feel like
not
I
at
could
all.
do it,
Not at all.
and I couldn't.
I
but
know.
It makes me feel like
I can try, but
can-
if I tried to like do any of the like sensual body movements, I look like a block person.
A Lego.
Yeah, I am a Lego. Like if the Lego were to do like body rolls and you just go like this with it, you know?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Thank you.
Yeah. One thing I did forget to mention, the first kind of like talk analysis part of it was the sensual side of it with you did see with the couple that's making out in the first one, the one that's kissing, and a lot of like the very close interactions you've got with a lot of the background characters in the music video, and the same with in the dance practice. So and it fits the sound of the song and the feel of not wanting to let something go, and just feeling like whatever it is makes you feel like you're going crazy, but you're not ready to let it go. You want
to stay in the dream. That's what he said. Don't wake me up.
Yeah, don't wake me up. I want to stay here. If this is what's making me crazy, then that's fine. I want to be here. But so once again, Jimin, He does it. He does it again.
I want to hear this album so bad. Okay,
Yes,
we're gonna
so
listen to it, but
we are gonna react to the album.
When
It
we get
just
back.
might be a few days, so
Yep.
if you're looking forward to that, just keep a lookout for that. We apologize that there's going to be a gap in time, but we will get to it when we can. We promise. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.